another one, yeah. It's a full span, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz all good. How you doing? How's your week been? I know it's been a rainy week, but how you been though?
Yeah, it's been alright. Not too bad. Not too bad. Can't complain. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm just gassed, man. I'm gassed. It's been a good week. Um, Usyk got the big win, so I'm still kind of buzzing with that energy this week. But obviously, big up to the community, big up to everyone that's obviously supporting the channel, supporting what we do. Obviously, before we go live, we have to obviously give out a big shout out to who are working in association with D Rock, of course. I see you posing, cuz. So, working in association with D Rock, you have the likes of obviously Johnny Nelson endorsing the brand, also Joseph Parker endorsing the brand as well. And we've also had our very own, Jams, who's took advantage of the discount code, and he's bought himself, a tracksuit which was 40% off. So, guys, iBoxing Hub 24 for 40% off. So all you have to do is after the show, just head over to the description, click on the D Rock website, simply browse through. If you're going on holiday,
For some
get
strange
something
reason.
nice.
Yeah. Sorry, you cut out there, but I can hear you now.
All right, perfect, man. All right, cuz obviously, no, big up to, before we start, actually, big up to Rico, big up to Trill Dollar Bill. Obviously, they did their show yesterday, which was obviously the across the way show from the US to the UK. Big up, obviously, they did episode 2. Big up Abbas and Ray as well. They obviously reviewed the big event over the weekend. And also, just big up the rest of the family as well. We're obviously carrying out so many shows. We've got 8 in total now, and I'm just excited that we can bring content to the community that everyone can enjoy.
For real, 100%, 100%. Well, we've got the big one this week. To be fair with you, I'm not really fully invested because I just feel that it's they should have had the rematch time ago. I just feel that now it's just I don't know. There's hype around it, but I believe it will be revenge. It's not pay per view, is it? No, it's not pay per view.
Nah.
Nah. Yeah. So I think Jack will do the job. I can see it going to distance. I can't really. Yeah, I see it going to distance, but I think Jack will do the job.
All right, is it done? Big up to you, Palamos Music, of course. Ra is a big don, of course. He was in Saudi Arabia, so big up to him. Big up to Neutral as well. He's obviously saying
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. If you can hear me, wave your hand. Okay. You continue. I'm gonna come back on. Well, I'm not too sure what just happened there, but slight technical issues. Um, as my cousin was saying, there's a big fight happening this weekend. It's a rematch between Jack Catterall and oh goodness, I've forgotten his name. But yeah, the outcome, like I said, I reckon that it's going to be revenge. I see it going to distance. Yeah, it's going to go to points. I can't really see anyone getting knocked out, if I'm honest with you. If for some strange reason, if it was to be a draw, would you want to see a trilogy? No, I wouldn't. Oh, Trey, you're back.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. I can hear you now. Yes, that's yes. Sorry, I was just saying. I was just talking about Josh Taylor and Jack. Um, I was saying, if for some reason, if the fight went to distance and it was a draw, I personally wouldn't want to see a trilogy. I'm just being honest. I just, because I just feel that the fight should happen time ago. I know it's happening now, but it's just like, look, Josh has made it clear. Look, he's struggling to make 140, right? He wants to move up
Yeah.
to 147. And it's just like this fight is more of a, it's either a payday or more of a farewell fight for him. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't really see, I see that Jack's more focused. I feel like Jack wants to do the business and he wants to take him out. But I think it's going to go to points. I could be wrong. But if it goes to points and it's a draw, I don't want to see a trilogy. I'm sorry, but I don't want to see a trilogy. If anything, Jack, if he wins, he should challenge someone for a world title if he gets that opportunity.
Yeah, that's the thing though, cuz with Jack Catterall, can you hear me? Is there problems
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
mic?
no, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'll just try and
Oh,
read the comment.
yeah, yeah, good to go. Yeah, so the problem is, obviously, Jack wants to avenge what happened in Glasgow because obviously, cuz we watched it together. I was at your
Mm,
house. We watched, Taylor versus Catterall one in Glasgow, in
yeah,
Taylor's obviously hometown, and we saw the decision. It was very controversial. It's taken long to get this second fight, and Catterall's just on smoke, man. He wants his revenge.
mm,
What's in it next for the winner? One of these guys who wins, in my opinion, if Josh Taylor wins, obviously KO, Nietzsche was obviously going for his Scottish counterpart here is obviously going for Taylor to get the knockout this
mm.
time. Great camp. What I was saying is, if Taylor wins, he's going up. If Catterall wins, he has to fight Subril Matthias. He has to fight him. He's up in the rankings in the IBF. That fight needs to
Ah,
happen. They're both under the same
yeah,
umbrella, Matchroom. If Eddie can't make that fight happen next, man, for Jack, if he wins, then I just don't know what to say. I think you're in it as a fighter I know
yeah.
you're a prize fighter to win money, of course, but you have to be in it for the world titles too. So
Mm.
he has to fight him next, man. So was there any ice cream during that first fight? Cuz was there any ice cream during that first fight? Obviously,
No, no.
Mr.
Funny
Styles
enough,
619's
we would
asking.
we would, we would eat chicken wings.
Oh, yes, chicken wings. Yeah, it was chicken wings. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, no.
Now, big up to
Do you
you,
know
Mr.
what?
Styles, man.
That will be. Oh. Okay, don't get me wrong here. Like, if I'm honest with you, I haven't really seen much of Mateus. So,
He's a
is he
beast.
really that high? Is
He's
he
the
really? Because like,
beast. Beast. He's the
yeah,
beast. Yeah, Matthias is the beast. They call him, in my opinion, I think he's the boogeyman of the 140 division. He's the guy that you don't want to fight because the way he fights, he's a come forward fighter. He's aggressive. He's very flat footed, but he can receive shots. He's happy to take the shots, but them
mm,
shots that he's laying you in with, they're shots with purpose, and he can stop you. You just got to look at the way he became the IBF champion against Ponce. That fight was tremendous because Ponce came to fight, and Matthias is a warrior, and he showed his class, man. So I'm hoping that if Jack Catterall wins, should he win this fight, the next fight he should be looking at is Subriel Mutias. He has to.
so
For me, he's the next gen Felix
mm,
Trinidad.
mm. That's Well, let's hope that he gets the victory first, and then then we can talk about it because I'm just thinking, boy, we're throwing him in a deep, deep end. I mean, wouldn't he want another warm-up fight, or do you think he'll be ready after Josh Taylor? Do you think he'll be ready for a world title
Yeah,
shot?
no more warm-ups, cuz man. Josh Taylor is a warm-up fight, cuz this is you're fighting a former undisputed champion, of course. Yeah. If I was in Jack Catterall's sort of management team, I would be saying to him, look, like once you win this, the next fight has to be Matthias because you're both under the same umbrella. Obviously, Mr. Star 619 saying who wins. Look, you know who I'm going to say wins. Matthias Subril, he will win that fight, man. He will win that fight. I could see a stoppage. Lucy, big up to you, is obviously saying Taylor would probably go chase titles at 147, which I agree. Catchful would probably go after Matthias or Richardson Hudson, which is good. Matthias reminds me of a heavy-handed version of yep, it's true. He's not a one-punch guy, but that guy does damage every time he lands. Exactly, because the way you got to picture Matthias, he reminds me also of a smaller Benavides in terms of how he fights, man. He's a come forward fighter. He's happy to receive shots, but them shots he's receiving, he's happy to take them, but he's going to give you the big bang that will potentially stop you, of course. And I see Taylor becoming
So,
champion at
so,
147. Yep, it's
so,
true.
so all right. If Taylor was to win this fight, who would you want Taylor to fight next at 147? I wouldn't mind seeing Taylor and what's his name, the current IBF champion, Boots
Well, Boots
Ennis.
Ennis.
That'd be an interesting fight. Because originally I
Yeah.
wanted to see Taylor and Conor Ben, but obviously that's not gonna happen, is it? But yeah, Boots Ennis, Taylor and Boots Ennis.
Well, I'm not even going to lie to you because I know this is a whole different subject in itself, but
Mm.
even Boots' opponent who he's fighting Crawley, it's a tough cookie as well who he's going to fight. It's a tough cookie. It's the undercover that a lot of people think, oh, this is going to be a little bit of a tune-up. Oh, this is going to be, I think this is going to be a nice little test for Ennis to have his first proper, title fight because technically, like Tank, he got the email championship, or like
Mm.
Haney got the email championship. I don't like to say it, but that's what happened. The title, he didn't win it. He got kind of given the title because he was interim. So
Yeah,
this is obviously going to be the first proper. So if he wins this bout, then
Mm.
he could say, "Yep, I'm IBF champion." At the moment, it's
Listen, I reckon he's gonna win this. I mean, look, he was willing to fight Crawford at one point, and not even that, and Errol Spence when Errol Spence was the current unified champion. So I reckon. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's gonna be an easy ride, but Ennis, I could see him. It's too early to say, but with what everyone talks about, I can see him going far. Okay,
yeah.
so all right. Okay, Ennis and Josh Taylor right now. Is it too soon for Josh Taylor?
No, man. Taylor's, I would say, he's been ready for 147 for quite a few years now, man. I would say,
But
man, and
it's
he's
weird
plus.
though because you said that he's been ready for 147. Has he actually fought at 147? Oh, he's you're gone again. Sorry guys, technical issues. Trey should be back very soon. Yeah, so do you guys think it's too soon for Josh Taylor to challenge for a world title at 147? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Am I right in saying he's never fought at 147? Yeah, no. Oh, he's back. Yeah, no, I was saying, I don't, he hasn't fought at 147 before, has he?
No, he hasn't. But I think
Yeah.
he's been wanting to move up to 147 for a long time. But he's just had these little situations to deal with, like the Teofimo Lopez fight, for example, where he got his first. Oh, I don't think me personally should have taken that fight, but I
All
guess
right.
when the money's calling and it's a
Mm.
big name, you're gonna take the fight. Also, that fight that he fought against Catterall straight after. I think his management were kind of pushing him to move up to 147, but because of how controversial that fight was, he couldn't just kind of run away from that. He has to deal with it, and that's why we're in this situation now. I think that this is going to be his last fight at 140. He's too big at the weight, in my opinion. I think he's ready for 147. And as a former undisputed champion, I would say he's got the championship experience to be able to go in there with a Boots Ennis and to give him a good fight as well. Because remember, even though he's just got that one loss against Teofimo Lopez, I generally think that the fight that he has with Catterall is still going to be a competitive one, man, despite his loss. Ooh, keep trying to get Ben fights. Yep. Ooh, look. Lucy's saying she has no problems with Taylor versus Ben at 147, just as the introduction to the weight division. Yeah, but you know, cuz I can't even lie to you though, man. Like I don't want to come across as, look, Taylor versus Ben would be a really good fight. I don't want to come across like
okay. All right. Just before
yeah,
you say what you're gonna say, right? I want to ask you this question, and I want to ask the community this question, right? No, in fact, for both of you guys, who would you rather see Taylor fight? Conor Ben at 147 or Ryan Garcia at 147?
None of them, man. None of them.
Why?
None of them. None of them, in my opinion. None of them. I think he needs to fight a proper 147 fighter. Because I just think that Ben, he's got too many stuff that he's dealing with, man. And I think that he's kind of jumping the queue, getting these big fights. Where for me,
I hate that. I was just saying,
don't think he deserves it.
Forget all of this shenanigans, what's going on behind the scene. I'm just saying, let's just say none of that existed. Who would you prefer to see Taylor fight as an introduction at 147? Conor Ben or Ryan Garcia? I know, because Ryan Garcia, he's willing to fight at 147 because obviously he struggles to make 140.
Boy, if I had the choice between the both of them, I would say Ryan Garcia, man. Just based on Ryan Garcia actually fighting and being active and fighting proper people, man. Do you know what I mean? He's fought Tank, he's fought Haney. Give me a name that Conor Ben has fought that is up there with these guys that Garcia's fought.
It's gonna be a long pod. Let's change the subject.
That's what I'm saying.
In other words, so it's been confirmed in July. I'm not sure what day. I think it's the 27th.
Yes, we've got the thumbnail. The what, cuz? Yes, we got the big one. But go big or go home, cuz. Go big or go home.
But is it a big one? I mean, I'm not being rude here. This fight was supposed to happen over 6 years ago.
Oh yeah,
it was. Look, put it this way, yeah. Look. The outcome will most probably be the same. Both of them can't fight on the back foot, right? They're gonna be trading blow for blow until somebody drops, and that's when the fight will end. I will be very surprised if it goes to distance. All the respects to both opponents, but it's 6 years too late. Look, Derek is that. Oh, well, to be fair, they're both what? How old is Joe Joyce? He's 39.
That's what I'm saying. They're all past. They're at their 30s now, late. Pushing to that. So let's get it on. Big money.
This fight, it's gonna be a slow fight. It's just, I don't know. So what happens to the winner then? I mean, yeah.
Oh, look, our Heyman's confirming that Chisora is 40 and Joyce is 38. Yeah, man, it's that time, man. It's that time.
Joyce has probably got this. If Joyce gets this win, then I suppose he might potentially still be back up there for potentially a future world title shot.
He's got a long queue, cuz, man. He's got fighters to think about like Zhang, Wilder, Ruiz, who's coming back. He's got them fighters to think about. Winner fights White next, which could be, oh no, man, I don't want to see. Yeah, White's already dealt with that kind of level, man. I reckon, man. White needs to. Yeah, he needs like a Wilder next. White, White, man.
I've said this already. I've said White and Ruiz, and the winner of that, AJ can fight the winner. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's White, it's rematch. Ruiz, it's trilogy. But in terms of Joe Joyce, I just want that.
Lucy's obviously got a really good point here. I don't think the winner is really going anywhere, but the loser might be the end of their time. Yeah, which I agree, Lucy. Thank you so much for getting involved. I definitely think that the loser, you know, it's that time, man. 30, you got
Yeah.
38 and 40. You
Yeah.
know, things are still not happening.
That fight, it's not pay-per-view, is it?
No, no,
No. Okay.
surely
Uh,
not. Surely not.
uh,
Surely not, man.
I
No,
know, I
no
know Derek's talking
disrespect
about
to
the
Del Boy,
crown.
man. No disrespect, man. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's just
yeah,
I honestly this fight should have happened with when Joe Joyce was with David Hay. That fight should
yeah.
have happened then. Do you know what I mean? That's when it should
But we
happen. So
know
now
why
it's
that
just
fight.
like no, I know why it didn't happen, but it's just like now I'm just thinking to myself, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a pointless well, yeah, it's not a pointless fight, but it's just I just don't see where anybody's where Derek. Okay, Derek had his opportunity. He fought for the WBC twice. One 10 years ago, and obviously not long ago when he fought Fury. Joyce, he could potentially still have. Where's he at in the rankings at the moment? I haven't even checked the rankings.
Yeah, he's just thinking off the top of my head, man. He's gonna be definitely maybe
Top
inside
five.
the top 10, top
Okay.
10 even inside
Yeah.
that. Just about. Obviously, it's the same day as UFC 304 in Manchester as well, so that's going to be a big one. We obviously got some UFC guys in Abbas and Ray that would obviously be covering that at some point on Stay Weighed In, so that should be a fun one as well, Cuzman. But that's a big event. That's a big event. I think this is going to be good for boxing as well. It's a nice little treat. UFC. What is UFC neutral saying? You already know what it is, man. Ultimate Fighting Championship. You know what it is. MMA. MMA. You already know what this is, man. Mixed martial arts. Yes. So, oh damn, that fight gonna be. Yep. Oh yeah. Of course, man. This is gonna be in England, man. This is in England, across the pond. So you would say, man. So, yeah, it's exciting times, man, for boxing right now, cuz man. But just very briefly, anyway, we've got a Coley obviously back as well. He's going to be
Yes.
returning to
This
fight
so
at
this. Yeah.
Bridgeweight. Yep, he's in Poland right now in
Mm.
preparation for the fight. Al Heyman, the poster for that event should be in the studio. That's 5v5, of course. But yes, you should find the Lawrence Okoli fight there as well. But yeah, it's coming up, cuz man. I think that Okoli's got a good opportunity here to clear up the division, I would say. Me personally, I can't lie. Obviously, he's from East London. I always support, Okoli, the source. I'm always going to support what he's doing. But I would wanted him to sort of stay at that division he was at before,
Mm.
man. Get those revenges against, Bill and Smith, have those fights. But, I guess he's struggling at the weight. And I guess this is kind of a pre-preparation for pushing up to heavyweight. He did say that in the past that he's ready to move up, but this is after AJ, Fury, Wilder, Zhang, Ruiz, all the man. Once they're gone, the man can push up, man, and let's see what he could
But
do.
here's the thing. So he's fighting at Bridgeweight, right, for the
Yeah,
WBC title. So where does that leave him and Richie Riapple? Does that mean if that fight was to happen, that means Riapple has to move up to Bridgeweight to
yeah,
fight
yeah,
Cody?
yeah.
Ah, that's interesting. So just to think, so if Riapple was to beat Willem Smith and to fight Cody, that belt's not on the line then.
Yeah, look, Okoli has lost 3 points for holding in the last two fights. He ain't fun to watch. I know, Lucy. I'm not even gonna look. I'm gonna put my hands up, especially in that Chris Billings Smith fight. So disappointing, man. Like you're the champion. I don't know what the game plan is going into that fight. Sugar Hill is a tremendous trainer. I don't really put too much into that as well, but something was off, man. He just that fight was just all wrong. Who knows, man? Let's see. But he's fighting away again, cuz he's away from home again. So
Mm,
let's
mm.
see what he can do. He's in Poland now, so this is going to be uncomfortable territory, and let's see what he could do. This fight has gone under the radar. Yep, no one's talking about it. I
Yeah,
agree with you,
yeah.
Al Heyman. This fight has just gone completely under the radar. And it's just one of those fights that, yep, it pops up. You'll
Well,
watch it.
Tony Bellew made a comment. He said, "Look, if Okoli loses, right, he will come out of retirement and to challenge for that WBC title at Bridgeway." That's how confident he is.
Oh, swear, is that what Bellu's saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that would be perfect, man. I think Bridgeweight is perfect. Is the perfect weight for those that are, kind of in the brink of heavyweight, but they're not heavyweight. But you can kind of just, squeeze yourself into that weight, man. So it kind of does help. Obviously, Belly wants to fight. Woo! I would love it. I would absolutely love it. I would absolutely love if he did as well. Because I'm a big fan of the Bomber as well, and I think that the kind of fights that he does, in terms of how he takes people out, he gets the job done. So I reckon if he was to come out of retirement, he would get the job done. I think he would get either the stoppage or the KO, even despite that he's been retired for quite some time now. Or an out of shape Tony Bellew would be more interesting than a Coley. Definitely, I would agree. Because Bellew, experienced, former champion himself. He knows what to do in these big fights. You saw his fight against Usyk, at cruiserweight. You saw the performance that he put in.
No,
But
that was a good fight. I'm not gonna lie. Like that, watching that fight, that Bellew has so much energy, man. Watching that, unfortunately, he lost, but it was a good fight. But just moving on swiftly, it's been confirmed that Tyson Fury will be fighting Usyk in October. Now, do you think this will be revenge or repeat?
you know what? Cause I'm gonna say on air that I don't think that fight happens, man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it happens. I think obviously right now the buzz and he just lost and that energy. Yeah, he's gonna call for the rematch. But I think once the dust settles, he's had this time away with his family and everything. I don't think he takes that rematch, man. I don't think he takes that rematch. The
Okay.
reason why I don't think he takes it is because one is not for undisputed. Obviously, he's going to lose that belt. He's going to lose the IBF belt. So this is more of a bragging rights thing. And for Usyk, would he really want to? I don't think he would want to. I think right now, if I was Usyk, I would just, sail off to the sunset and just be like, yep, I've achieved my goal. Because when you think about the three pillars of boxing right now, you have to think Crawford, Inoue, and now Usyk. Undisputed, undisputed across multiple weights. They've achieved the goals right now. I understand Crawford's motivation now to fight Canelo because he wants to be 3 times, so he's up there. I understand what Inoue is trying to do. He's still young in his early 30s. He's trying to be multiple undisputed, whereas Usyk now, he's 37 now, pushing, 38, whatever. I think, this goal that he's put out there to be undisputed, I think he's achieved it, and I think he has nothing else to prove in the sport, man.
I hear you, but what my question was, if the rematch was to take place, is the outcome going to be the same?
Same,
Is it
same,
repeat or revenge?
same, cuz. You know what I realized as well, just watching the fight a few times, I realized that one, Usyk has more dog and grit than Fury. Two, Fury also hasn't fought a fighter like Usyk before in terms of the movements. Remember, all these fighters that Fury's fought, none of them got the skills and the footwork like a Usyk. So this fight that we saw over the weekend was kind of a revealer on how Fury would also deal with a wizard in the ring like himself, but Usyk's just on a different scale. I think the only way Fury does have a chance of winning is by him coming in heavy, what he normally does, and
19 stone.
maul
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, look, Usyk retires if Fury doesn't want the rematch. Yeah, it's true. I think he does as well.
Wow.
Oh, and
If
I
he
could see
does,
Fury pulling out of it, leading Usyk to fighting Herkovic in October. Then, oh no, please, just this AJ and Usyk talks, please. Just, I don't even want to hear it, man. It's 2-0. Cause no, but it's 2-0. It's
I
2-0.
hear you. I
There's
hear
no interest in that, man.
you.
It's 2-0. No, man. He doesn't even deserve to fight me. Look, if I'm Usyk right now, and I get offered a contract to fight AJ, in my mind I'm thinking I beat this guy two times, man. Why? I'm not motivated to fight him again. Look, I think it would be great if Usyk left his career as it is, truly one of the greatest of all time. Yes,
Yeah.
please, yes, Lucy. This is what I want Usyk to do. I just want him to sail off to the sunset. He has nothing left to prove. No no AJ trilogy, please. It's 2-0. It's done. I don't want to see that. Usyk deserves to retire. He doesn't. Yep, it's true. Look, everyone is saying it, cuz he doesn't need to prove anything to no one. He's become undisputed. Remember when AJ was unified champion, and when Wilder was WBC champion, and even when Wilder lost his belt and Fury was champion and AJ was champion, that fight just for some reason didn't materialize. But Usyk, who was in cruiserweight, somehow came into the division, had about a few fights in the division, beat AJ twice, then beat Fury just over the weekend. Cause that
So
talk about crashing the party, man.
if Fury, if he opts out to the rematch, so what's left for him? Is it just AJ
Retirement.
then?
I think just retire, man. I think retire. He's got nothing else to prove, cuz, man.
So that
Herkovic, I'm
when you
really
think about
interested.
it, right? When you think of it, yeah, AJ's got a tough task because he's looking at. There's two opponents that everybody wants to see AJ fight. That's Wilder and that's Fury. So it's looking kind of peak for him at the moment.
What for who? AJ.
AJ, yeah, because it's just like, look, we want to see the AJ and Fury fight, the best of Brits, right? And we also want to see the Wilder and AJ fight. You know, the whole world wants to see that.
Oh yeah, I think that'll happen, cuz I think those fights can definitely materialize. But I'm just saying, in terms of Usyk, if
He's done it,
let's
yeah.
say let's say he's contracted to fight Fury and that doesn't happen, I just think that there's no other motivation for him, man. He doesn't have to prove anything to no one. He's the smaller man that's come into the heavyweights and he's unified the division, become undisputed, became the first undisputed in the full belt era, cleaned up the division, lineal, WBC, IBF, WBL, WBA. He's cleared up everything. He's got all the belts, Ring Magazine, everything. He's cleared it up. So in my mind, I'm thinking after that, there's nothing else to prove. 22 years in the making, he said, cuz this fight. So I think after that, it's like, what else does he have to prove, man? So I
It's,
think
do you know
him
what?
retiring.
It's crazy because it said he became a professional boxer at the age of 26,
Oh yeah.
and he's become the undisputed heavyweight champion at the age of 37. Wow.
Yeah, but remember, cuz he spent a lot of
Yeah, no.
time in his
Yeah,
amateur.
boxing.
He was
Yeah.
amateurs for a long time, man. So he was in the World Championships. He was in the Olympics as well. He had over 300 amateur fights. I believe he only lost only 16 out of the over 300 that he won as well. Gold in the Olympics, gold in the World Championships in Liverpool, where Neutral's from. Yeah, look, he's just had a tremendous career, and you just look at what he's achieved. It's all ticks. Tick this one, tick
Yeah.
this one, tick, 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 tick. He's done it all, man. And plus, he's a road warrior as well, cuz he's been going to different countries, defending belts, winning championships, winning medals. For me, he's the ultimate warrior, man. He is the true ultimate warrior, and I'm happy that the Ukrainian star became a legend on the night.
All right then, cuz. Well, listen, I know as much as you love to chat, but yeah, it's end of the show.
Of course, of course.
Sunday. Sunday, hopefully, the outcome for we should receive a positive and the correct result this time. And yeah, well, may the best man win.
Oh yes,
Guys.
because just before you close up, of course,
Mm,
obviously big up the community. Thank you so much for getting involved in the discussions online. Of course, we're also, yes, of course, this is a big fact here. We're also gonna do a live online poll, just like the last event, so that you guys can, put across who you think's gonna win, and then on the next roundup, we are going to reveal the results of what you guys are saying. So, cuz, who you going for? You're going for a repeat, right? No, you're going for revenge, isn't it?
revenge, yeah, revenge. Because I just feel that, like I said, Jack has got more advantage than Taylor.
Yeah.
He's campaigning at 140, whereas Taylor, he's been struggling at 140. You know what I'm saying? He wants to move up, and I just feel like Jack wants it more. I just hope that he gets the results that he wants. But I can't. The fight, I see it going to distance.
So
I see it going
points,
to
yeah,
distance.
yeah. Yeah, no, definitely get voting, people. I'm gonna agree with my cuz and go for revenge as well. Neutral, looking forward to your next show. Yes, Neutral's hard talk is gonna
Talks.
be a
Jeez.
special one.
Hold on.
Uh,
Just want to say, yeah. Big up Neutral. I'm a big fan of Hard Talks. For those of you that haven't tuned in, tune in on Hard Talks. Trust me, it's raw. It's bang out his jokes, but it's just raw. It reminds me of back in the days WWF Raw is Raw. Do you know what I mean? Late at night. So big up with Neutral, man. And yeah.
Now, really excited. And guys, man, make sure you're following us on the socials as well. Abbas will also be attending the presser tomorrow for the big event, which is obviously happening over the weekend. So we're going to be getting some content on the night as well. There's going to be a few things happening. So guys, just make sure you just follow us and follow the movement. Cuz, I'm going to obviously hand it over to yourself, but big up to the community. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate your support. We obviously give this platform to give you guys a voice, but then at the same time, we want to give you access into the boxing world. So big up to you, big up to D-Rock, big up to the whole family, and big up to the boxing world as well.
Yeah, guys. Big up, big up, big up. Thank you for your support. Continue supporting. We're here on Sunday. Remember, for those of you who are new to the channel, just remember to spread the word and have a lovely, productive week. Peace and love.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my cards with a sweet one, please.